Did you know that during the Cold War the CIA embarked on a top-secret program called MK Ultra, experimenting on human subjects to develop procedures in mind control? The Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the Soviet Union and the United States, was not just about flexing military muscle, it was also a battleground of the mind. As each superpower sought to outdo the other, they delved into the realm of psychological warfare. And in the dark corners of this clandestine conflict, the United States embarked on one of the most controversial projects in its history, MK Ultra. In the heart of the American intelligence community, the Central Intelligence Agency, or the CIA, was a secret division focused on mind control experiments. This covert operation was known as Project MK Ultra. Its objective? To develop techniques that could manipulate human behavior. The project explored various methods, from hypnosis and sensory deprivation to the administration of mind-altering substances. But it wasn't just about the development of new techniques. The CIA also sought to understand better how the human mind could be influenced and controlled. They sought to crack the code of the mind, to unlock its deepest secrets and to harness its immense power. However, MK Ultra was not without its ethical controversies. The CIA, in its quest for knowledge and power, allegedly conducted these experiments on unwitting subjects, a gross violation of human rights. The victims of these experiments were reportedly subjected to psychologically traumatic procedures, often without their consent. The extent of these experiments and the number of people affected remains a mystery, clouded by the secrecy surrounding the project. This dark chapter in the history of psychological warfare raises many questions about the lengths to which governments will go in the name of national security. It also shines a light on the ethical boundaries that can be crossed when the quest for knowledge and power becomes unchecked. With such a clandestine past, it's no wonder that mind control has become a hotbed for conspiracy theories. The story of MK Ultra and its shrouded legacy continues to intrigue, horrify, and fascinate us, feeding our imagination and fueling our deepest fears about the power of the mind. To shed some light on this enigmatic topic, we've consulted some of the leading minds in the field. Our journey into the realm of mind control begins with Dr. Jane Maxwell, a renowned psychologist with an extensive background in hypnosis. She explains, hypnosis is a powerful tool that can alter perception and behavior. While it's often portrayed as a form of entertainment, its potential for manipulation is real. Next, we speak with Dr. Leon Strauss, a neuroscientist who has spent his career studying the brain's response to persuasion techniques. He tells us, persuasion techniques aren't just about convincing someone to buy a product or agree with a point of view. These methods can be used to shape a person's thoughts and behaviors, and in the wrong hands, they can be a potent form of control. As we delve deeper, we encounter the chilling concept of brainwashing. Dr. Anita Singh, a leading authority on psychological manipulation, offers her insights. Brainwashing isn't a process of overnight transformation, she warns. It's a gradual, systematic breaking down of a person's beliefs and sense of self, often achieved through isolation, fear, and constant repetition of specific ideas. Our experts also discuss the ethical implications of such practices. Dr. Maxwell cautions, while hypnosis and persuasion techniques can be used for therapeutic purposes, their misuse can lead to devastating consequences. Dr. Strauss echoes this sentiment, stating, "The power to influence the human mind should never be taken lightly. It's a responsibility that demands the utmost respect for individual autonomy and ethical standards." As we navigate this complex topic, we're reminded of the importance of critical thinking and self-awareness. Dr. Singh advises, understanding these techniques and being aware of their potential misuse is the first step in protecting oneself. As we can see, mind control is not just a figment of a science fiction writer's imagination, but a reality ingrained in our daily lives. Now, let's venture into the intriguing world of conspiracy theories surrounding mind control. In the fascinating realm of the clandestine and the covert, mind control has been a popular topic. One prevalent theory suggests the use of subliminal messages in media. The idea here is that hidden messages or images beyond our conscious awareness are slipped into movies, music, and advertisements, influencing our thoughts and behavior. This concept has been around since the mid-20th century, and despite a dearth of solid proof, it continues to captivate the public's imagination. Then there's the theory of government mind control plots. The most infamous of these is perhaps the alleged Project MK Ultra. This was supposedly a CIA program in the 1950s and 60s, rumored to experiment with mind control techniques using substances like LSD. While some documents suggest the existence of such a project, the extent and success of these alleged experiments remain shrouded in mystery. But why do these theories persist, despite the lack of concrete evidence? Well, psychologists suggest that conspiracy theories provide a way for us to make sense of the world when it seems chaotic or threatening. They give us a narrative, a villain, a sense of control. In a way, they fulfill our human need for certainty and order. Moreover, the idea of mind control taps into our deepest fears about losing our autonomy, our selfhood. It's an unsettling thought that our minds, the very core of who we are, could be manipulated without our knowledge or consent. This fear, combined with our natural curiosity and fascination with the unknown, fuels these conspiracy theories. It's also worth considering that in a rapidly advancing technological world, the lines between science fiction and reality are becoming increasingly blurred. While we don't have definitive proof of mind control yet, who's to say what the future holds? Whether or not these theories hold water, they certainly add an extra layer of intrigue to the mystery of mind control. Our experts weigh in once again, this time on the conspiracy theories. Let's delve deeper into their insights. As we navigate the labyrinth of these fascinating theories, our experts are our guides, shedding light on the shadows, unraveling the enigmas. Dr. Jane Simmons, a renowned neurologist, shares her perspective. She asserts that while the human brain is indeed a marvel, its manipulation to the extent suggested by these theories is at present beyond our reach. The intricacies of the mind, she emphasizes, are not as easily tampered with as some theories would have us believe. Next, we turn to Professor Mark Sullivan, an expert in cognitive psychology. He questions the validity of these theories, citing the lack of empirical evidence. However, he concedes that psychological manipulation, through techniques such as persuasion and suggestion, has been studied extensively. But, he cautions, it's a far cry from the total control of minds as proposed by these theories. In contrast, Dr. Emily Chen, a historian of covert operations, presents a different viewpoint. She reminds us of past instances where governments have indeed dabbled in psychological experiments. She underlines that while these experiments were far less sophisticated than the scenarios painted by the conspiracy theories, they nonetheless prove that the interest in mind control is not entirely unfounded. Our final expert, cybernetics scholar Dr. Richard Adams, brings a unique perspective. He suggests that while traditional mind control might be a stretch, the advent of technology and artificial intelligence presents new possibilities. The concept of mind control, he posits, might need to be redefined in the face of these advancements. Each expert brings a different lens to view these theories. While some debunk them, others lend them credence, and yet others suggest a redefinition. What's clear is that mind control, as a concept, is not as black and white as it might seem. The truth, it seems, is more complex than we might think. As we look towards the future, what could be in store for the field of mind control? The advancements in neurotechnology and artificial intelligence are forging a path towards a future where the concept of mind control might not be as far-fetched as we once thought. Neural interfaces that allow direct communication between the brain and machines are no longer the stuff of science fiction. They're being developed and fine-tuned as we speak. Imagine a world where these interfaces have become commonplace. You could potentially download skills directly into your brain or control devices with your thoughts. But with these incredible possibilities also come potent ethical questions. What happens when our thoughts are no longer private? When our deepest fears, our most cherished memories, can be accessed and potentially manipulated by external entities? What about consent? Should we have the right to keep our innermost thoughts to ourselves, or could they be fair game in a society increasingly dominated by technology? And then there's the matter of artificial intelligence. As AI continues to evolve and become more sophisticated, the line between human intelligence and artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly blurred. What happens when AI starts to understand us better than we understand ourselves? Could it be possible for AI to control our minds, to influence our decisions without us even realizing it? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves as we move into this brave new world. The future of mind control isn't just about the technology, it's about how we choose to use it, how we navigate the ethical minefields, and how we balance the potential benefits with the possible dangers. As we step into this brave new world, we are left to ponder, how much control do we really have over our own minds?